Are you ready for me to go to hell again? Yes, I am ready for hell again. Hello there, everybody. This is CwapPlatinum here. And today we are returning to the Pikmin series. I had to adjust my thingy. And also, yes, I already connected my thing to the nunchuck. Quiet the fuck down. Okay. So, here's the interesting thing. This is Pikmin, the original Pikmin for the Nintendo GameCube, but it's been re-released on the Wii with proper Wii controls. Now, here's the interesting thing about this one. I technically never beat this game before. Yeah, out of all the, like, here's the thing. As a kid, like, before we get started here, like, as a kid, I would always just stop my progress with this game on the second level. I have no idea why, but that's just how it is with me. That's just how it's always been. Like, I always just think, you know, I played enough. You know, this game's good. It's fine. So, it's really weird. Like, me in this game, you know, I enjoyed this game. I do enjoy it, but I technically never beaten it yet. I never got, like, the full experience with Pikmin yet. But I really remember enjoying it, and I haven't played this in years. Or got past the second level yet. So, in true Let's Player fashion, this is going to be a semi-blind playthrough, technically, because with me playing Pikmin 3 all last year, I basically know the basics of Pikmin up to this point, but I will teach you. Meanwhile, I will learn some things about myself with this game. And while testing some things, I did realize I did get to day 9 in, like, my original playthrough in this game. Well, actually, no. My original playthrough was on the GameCube. I did have this on the GameCube. But it's just that when I got the Wii version, I made it only up to day 9, apparently. So, this is going to be a little bit weird for me, because I technically have played this game, but I never actually beaten it. So, consider this a semi-blind playthrough, where I'm going to re-experience Pikmin while also beating it for the very first time. So, let's get to it. This is Pikmin 1, the original. My name is Captain Olimar. I gotta talk in the fancy voice. While traveling through space, my ship was struck by a meteor. I must have blacked out, and I woke on the surface of a weird planet. With so many of my ship parts lost, the skeletal hull of my beloved dolphin is a painful sight. The engine is gone. I'm stranded. To make matters worse, my atmospheric sensors indicate this planet's environmental contains high levels of poisonous oxygen. My life support systems can function for only 30 days! If I can't repair the dolphin by then, no! I better not think about it. I must find the remaining ship parts. So, yeah. This is definitely a lot simpler than the Pikmin 3, where you're in control of, you know, various captains, of course. It's just you. It's just you. Captain Olimar. And you go over here and you discover something cool. Something very, very cool. And it spews out a thing. Of course it would be cool. A strange thing has appeared before me. I had barely begun my search when it reared up as if it were waiting for me. It then dropped a single seed. What is it? Is it alive? Is it a machine? It resembles a vegetable on my home planet that we call an onion. I shall call this an onion too. Now, finally, with the camera zoomed out and everything. And, oh, wow. I forgot that I actually had my Wii Remote speakers up because you can tell I'm playing this on the Wii. I better turn that down. Okay. Alright, so you can control the camera by pressing the D-pad on the Wii Remote, of course. I'd rather have it zoomed out like this because I do want to see everything. And yeah, let's try to figure this thing out. Let's try to figure this thing. The seed that the onion dropped took root in the soil and is now being produced. It produced an adorable little sprout. The sprout emits a strange light, and it sways back and forth without any benefit of the wind. I cannot help but think it is calling to me. I am compelled. I must approach it and press A! You know, whatever the A button is. And we pluck out this little dude. I think I'll call him Paul. Extraordinary! When I plucked the sprout, it turned out to be a living creature, not a plant. Picking it has done no visible damage. It just stands there, staring at me. Its shape is similar to the Pikmin carrots I love so much. I believe I shall call it a Pikmin. Here I am, stranded on a toxic planet, fighting to survive, and yet I am intrigued. I must research this fascinating creature. I shall try to grab it with A and then throw it in the direction I point. And then I will call it to my side with B. Perhaps it will react to C and pressing on the D-pad while pointing as well. The following controls appear to have several viewpoints. Z rotate camera, behind Olimar, left and right, and zoom, and up change perspective. Okay. I must survive! I need to familiarize myself with these controls and my surroundings. Yes, indeed, I do. So, much like with Pikmin 3, if you ever played that first, of course. This game is all about throwing your little guys and having them do tasks, like so. They're gonna pick up that one pellet and then bring it over to the onion, which will produce more sprouts. Astonishing! The onion has sown more seeds. This red pellet the Pikmin harvested from after cutting down a flower appears to be some type of food that can propagate more Pikmin. The onion seems to have more of the onion seems to be more of an incubator. Needless to say, I must study this strange life form more. Very strange indeed, yes. Yeah, I'm gonna be playing this in like a really weird position because all the movement is based on the sensor bar. And let's face it, I haven't used this thing. I haven't played the Wii U in like ages. It's just been sitting there collecting dust. Like, you know, a system I like. And, you know, I feel really bad for it because now, like, my Wii U gamepad is like running out of power, like, really quickly now. And I have to, like, keep it constantly hooked up and everything. Maybe that's what happens when you don't bring up a proper charger, you know? Or get a replacement. But anyway, we need to get more Pikmin, I believe. Now I actually forget. Okay, there we go. Okay, so C is to disband the Pikmin. Z is for the camera, obviously. Then you do that. Basically, this is going to be a lot different if you ever played the GameCube version only. Because on the Wii, you have this magical thing called the pointer. And with that, you can point the cursor where you target your Pikmin all over the screen. It's very, very beneficial. Very, very beneficial, and a thing that I absolutely really, really like, and should be a thing for Pikmin games going forward. You know, if Pikmin 4 ever decides to be, you know, out of close to completion hell. Anyway, let's gather up some more pawls. By pressing the A button repeatedly, you can do the thing in which you pluck out Pikmin all in a row, which I don't think that was a thing in the original version. At least I don't think so. This is just mainly here to teach you how to play the impact site. This is mainly here to just be a tutorial. And oh god, I have to wait for them to do it, do I? Yes, I do. Yeah, I gotta wait for the seats to crop up. Oh noes. I'm so used to friggin' Pikmin 3 doing this immediately, and I'm like, oh jeez. Okay. So now that we have enough Pikmin, we can push this box that has a number 10 on it. Oftentimes you'll find that pellets and sometimes objects contain numbers on them. That number symbolizes the amount of Pikmin needed to do a certain thing. The Pikmin are as curious as children. They form groups to perform tasks that would be impossible for an individual. A glimmer of hope has begun to shine in my heart. He's very theatrical. If I can make use of their skills, perhaps I can fix my ship. I shall sum up all I've learned about Pikmin conduct. Stand and approach A to pick up sprouts, and then yada yada yada. Blah, blah, blah. Press B to call them. Press A to dismiss. To command them to control them. Okay, down on the D-pad to control and command. Okay, so that's what I remember. That's what I remember doing. Yeah. Yes, I remember that very, very vividly. Okay, so yeah, Z and then down to control them all in a group, so you can do it. So you can have them perform like the various tasks. Okay. See, this is what I mean by me rediscovering Pikmin. Okay, I played this game before, but it's been so long. Amazing! There's no mistaking it. My ship's engine rests before my very eyes. By a stroke of pure luck, I have already stumbled upon the most important piece of my damaged craft. Fate has smiled upon me, but how can I get it back to the dolphin? Gee, I wonder. Yeah, it's like, gee, I wonder, for you being like an astronaut, dude, for Olimar being an astronaut, this is like the most basic thing like something can do. Like you have eyes, dude. You got eyes. What is that one doing? Oh god, yeah. I'm starting to remember now. I'm starting to remember like the interesting factoids now. Like I'll obviously explain it more as I go along. But let's just say the Pikmin aren't as smart as they are in later games. I swear, dude. I swear. So again, me and my story with Pikmin is that, you know, I had the GameCube original. I've watched the trailer from Luigi's Mansion like so many times. When many Pikmin seeds sprout at once, I could find it rather tedious to pluck them from the ground individually. My wife always told me I was no good at routine tasks, and yeah, this is basically to tell you that. I have noticed that when I add Pikmin to my group, they're filled with excitement and flush with a brown color. At other times, they revert to a paler blue and give off a dim glow. Pay close attention to these differences. It's bound to help me distinguish the Pikmin. I guess that's supposedly like an easier way to tell like whatever if your Pikmin are like dismissed or not, I guess. I know I didn't mean to do that. I'm just so used to them, like... I'm just so used to them, like, sprouting, like, right away. Oh, God. The old days of 2001. So we basically have to build up our numbers so that we can carry the engine back to our ship. Because you need about 20. There we go. We got 21 out of 20. We got 23 out of 20. We're good. We're fine. We're awesome. We're good. But yeah, the basic story of me in this game is I have the 2001 version, you know, the GameCube version, the original version of Pikmin. Like, I've watched the trailer from Luigi's Mansion like so many times, I was like, ooh, I want this. This sounds fun. So I got the GameCube version. And you know, the GameCube version's a fun game. You know, for all of 2 levels I played it, Jesus. Now watch. This Let's Play is going to end at the 2nd level. Believe me. I know. Sparkles. They're sparkling. Wow, they look so weird. "2001 was a weird time, wasn't it? Oh, glorious! With the help of these Pikmin, I've taken a huge step toward home. My ship can once again lift off. The glimmer of hope is beginning to burn more brightly. But what has become of the remaining ship parts? That search starts tomorrow." Ooh, spooky. One day since impact. I have somehow managed to launch the dolphin, but I was surprised to see the onion lift off with me. Perhaps the Pikmin cannot survive overnight on the planet's surface. Or have they merely decided to join me for other reasons? Either way, it seems it will help me again tomorrow. The dolphin is missing 29 parts. If I can't recover them all, I may never return home to my family on planet Hakotate. Analysis shows life support systems will function for only 29 more days. How can I repair my dolphin in such a short time? A dense forest is visible on the surface below. As it holds the keys to my survival, I'll name it the Forest of Hope. I'll explore tomorrow. And of course, you'll get a breakdown of how you did each day. You'll see how much you sprouted, how many Pikmin you lost in battle, and how many you left behind. Whether it be by accident or by pure choice, you're a sick monster. Alright, so, and that's basically just it for this one. I'm gonna split apart each day as its own video because, well, let's face it, there's only like so much. I don't want videos to go for like 2,000 years. So just like with Pikmin 3, I will separate each video into days because they're easily digestible in that sort of way, you know? Anyway, this is the area I remember the most. And that will be for tomorrow. So, yeah, we're going to go to the Forest of Hope next time on Pikmin Semi-Blind. I haven't used the word semi-blind in a very, very long time. See you guys on the next time. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.